Welcome to A Little Living True Crime. I'm Mama T, and we're getting together today because I need your help. Dane needs your help. So little Dane Paulsen is 2. That's it, 2 years old in Oregon. I'm going to go through it real quick. There's not a lot to tell you, but what I have found is extremely alarming. Let's start off with this. Today is the 5th of March. He went missing on the 1st of March. He's only 2. You know what time of year it is? And this is the state of Oregon. Yes, they get snow. Now, I am absolutely baffled at how this could have occurred, because the parents' property butts up against a major drop-off to a river, and there's no fence. And I'm finding out through some of the reports that the mother allegedly went into the trailer home of someone on the property and was in there for 30 minutes without eyes on this child. So I don't know if that's true, but that is absolutely alarming. From what I'm understanding, they tracked his little shoe prints down there through sign trackers, people that can read the marks of prints. And unfortunately, the prints are showing down there at the river's edge. No clothes have been found. And I personally think they need to broaden their search, because this river leads into the ocean. Now, there's some more information on some of what the locals are sharing that really stopped me in my tracks. I'm like, OMG. So we'll get into it all together. Main goal today is to talk about Dane Paulsen, 2-year-old. Let's get his little face on the screen here. Is he not adorable? Melts my heart. If you have information about Dane Paulsen, the number to call at the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office is 541-265-0777. So, yeah, I've been getting 7s a lot this last week, like everywhere I look. And so I really thought, oh my God. And I jumped over onto another channel, Pascal Show, last night. And if you're familiar with my channel, if you've been with me for a hot minute, you know that one of my family members, who was only 4, drowned. And it was this time of the year and was swept downriver because of the currents. So immediately, hearing the same circumstance, in our case with Chelsea, you could see the little footprints in her sleeper walk right down to the water's edge because the mother was asleep. With this case, the reports are, and we'll play some of it. Justice says Justice Jane missing, extensive search on toddler Dane Paulsen in Portland, Oregon, last seen 3/1/25 in his yard. He is 2 years old, green eyes, brown hair, Caucasian, gray hoodie, black pants, and white shoes. Thank you, Justice Jane. Hello to all my beautiful mods and all that have joined me today. I'm right in. Let me scoot over a little bit so I don't keep doing that where I get behind the plaque, right? The thumbnail. Hey, Joyfin and Audrey. Hi, Ocean Deep and Nikki UK. Hi, Adele. Hey, Zoe Rage. Jennifer Swain. Debbie Gazzardo. All right, you guys, let's jump over here a minute. So this is something that I wanted to share with you. I'm going to just make myself disappear for a minute. And I want you to listen to this.
DANE PAULSEN. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office
Hold
says
on.
he was last seen playing in his front yard.
Let me see if I can get this turned up quite a bit.
Around 4:20 Saturday afternoon. They say Dane is friendly and fearless. He loves water, but he can't swim.
At the time of Dane's disappearance, he was playing in the front yard of the residence, out of sight of his parents. Dane...
Okay, hold on. He loves water, and they have, oh, I don't know who's at my door, probably a package. Just ignore it if you can. Otherwise, I'm so sorry if it triggered your dogs. I apologize ahead of time, because I know some of you are going to feel that way. Hold on. It's a live broadcast. Good boy. Come here. Thank you, Lucky. Thank you, Jack. So, they know that this child adores water, that loves water. They're by a huge river. Not by it. Their land goes right into, you're turning my chair, Jackson, goes into a huge river. I don't get the no fence thing. I don't get that. Anybody else having a problem with that? I don't know. All right. He's also super friendly to strangers, but here we go.
Dane is friendly and fearless and was comfortable around strangers in water, but cannot swim.
Did you hear the way the guy said it? But cannot swim. So I was watching that and I looked over, and over here, Oak's mommy, let me disappear again. Oak's mommy says, I live in Oregon about an hour from, and I may say this wrong, but I wish I knew how to say it. Siletz, great whites, meaning sharks, you guys, are migrating through the Siletz this time a year. As a mom, that's terrifying. Okay? So this Siletz River goes right into the ocean, like right away. And the great white sharks are using that in their migration in some way. And I'm like, OMG. It's OMG. The other poster, let's go ahead and read that as long as I grabbed it. Let's see what that says. The parent's story makes no sense. The parent said he's not afraid of water or strangers, but let him play outside that day unsupervised for half an hour. He's 2. Hey, Lady D, thank you, lovely, for being a member for 21 months. Aw, thank you, lovely. Aw, let me see if I can get that pinned. Hold on a minute. Oh, let me move the pinned comment. It's alive. You got to bear with me, you guys. We got stuff doubling up here. And then, whew, we got her. All right. Thank you so much. And I love you too, Lady D. Thank you. Thank you. Adele says, I have a huge problem with that 2-year-old being left on their own to play. I watch kids like a hawk. He's just a little baby and needs supervision 24/7, in my opinion. I don't think that's your opinion. I think that's a fact. Anybody else freaking out over this whole concept that, like, this is like knowing that they're going to be a problem? He's 2. Allegedly, that river is full of sharks, and even if it's not, it's surging at that time. Exactly the same way as the river was with my little Chelsea, where the snow had melted and it became torrent. And they're going to find him, I feel, a lot further down the line. Ocean Deep says it's all the innuendos, it's too clean for me. So what you're meaning is he's not afraid of strangers. That's concerning. I mean, but what 2-year-old, well, some 2-year-olds are too shy. Maybe they didn't mean it that way. Like, could they have been being questioned and been like, is he afraid of strangers? And they're like, he's friendly, right? Let's give him the benefit of a doubt. But still, definitely freaking out, says Zoe. By water, you'd be eyes on the whole time. I think so too. All right, so let's look at this. I'm going to grab this. We got to look at the property itself. Look at the property. That's his yard. And just sneak a drink. That's the river back there. We're not talking a creek. Look at the size of the bridge. I mean, I don't know what this circle is. Is it a trampoline that the kids play on with the dirt worn out? Is it a fire ring? Is it someplace they all gather? Someplace he's been before? That he would have been, wandered away from the home and come back into this area and then fell in? Look at that low face. Let's look at an aerial view. I grabbed us one just to understand the size of this yard. I feel that's part of the issue, is they probably weren't realizing how long they'd been gone. I don't know. I can't even give them an excuse. Whatever. But so how do they know when those little footprints were put there? You feel me? How do they know this baby wasn't taken? Because right here is also the highway. And so if the baby actually had been down here at a earlier date with the land being frozen and so forth, were they fresh footprints or just footprints? Because what if the baby went here and they're all down here looking through this river and nobody looking for the kid on the road? No one said they saw him by the water at this time, Joyful. Sorry, I double-checked everything on this case. They saw the police report actually is right here, and I listened to it thoroughly, and he was not seen by the river. His foot markings, the signs that he had been there, were seen by the river. Audrey says, well, I think the parents should face some consequences for leaving him out there alone. Well, and, the first 24 hours are absolutely the most important.
Answers.
Let's see if this is,
intense search and rescue efforts in the surrounding
I don't know if
area
this will be
and
loud
waterways,
enough for you.
as well as investigation.
Hold on.
Community tips. Dane has not yet been located. Our teams, search and rescue, mounted posse, and partnering agencies, as well as community volunteers, have thoroughly searched the local area. The search has utilized every tool we've been able to employ, including but not limited to additional personnel and volunteers, drones, canines, thermal imaging, night vision, watercraft, divers, and more. These tools have enabled us to cover more ground in a shorter time frame and have enabled us to better access hard-to-reach terrain. Lincoln County communities have shown their support by helping search, sharing official updates, reporting tips, and offering food or other accommodations to responders. Over the last 72 hours, searchers have covered over 682 acres and 341 walking miles. Over 2 river miles have been thoroughly searched by divers.
All right, you guys. So, Rachel has made, you get a gold star, Rachel. I agree with you 1,000%. No one in their right mind should ever leave a little one unsupervised for even a minute. Even more so with a river that close, or so close. I'm raging here. Zoe's agreeing. Texas Angel Rose says neglect by parents, in my opinion. Adele says, sounds horrible, I know, but if Dane had just wandered off into the woods, nothing bad had happened to him, I believe he would have been found by now. Prayers for Dane is found. Prayers, Dane is found. Thank you, Justice Jane. Thank you. Debbie Gazzardo says, what is wrong with people? What a precious boy. Oh my God. So I got to show you this because this is shocking to me. Okay, I'm going to disappear for just a minute because I want you to be able to read this with me. So first off, we have this here, this little thing, and it says evidence has been found to indicate that Dane Paulsen was at the edge of the Sills River right before he vanished. They will concentrate on a very specific area in the water for the dive team to search. There's a little picture of him. Look at his little hands and his tiny little feet. Oh, he's so little. So listen to this. According to Missing People in America, this is where I said I found a couple things that just shocked the crap out of me. So Missing People in America said this little boy, Dane Paulsen, is still missing. This case is seriously reminiscent of Summer Wells' case. Mother went inside a family trailer, came back outside, and he was gone. It's not just that she went into a trailer allegedly, but didn't have eyes on him for 30 minutes. Ocean Deep says, did they let him wander off? Or was he put over a bridge? Bless this boy, I don't know what to believe anymore. We're going to have to wait for details to come out, but what I really want is you to focus good energy in. Even no matter what, we want him home. We want him found so that we can get the answers. I pray that Dane is found absolutely safe and sound. I pray to God. And it could happen. Hey, Chloe, remember little Chloe? She was abducted by a stranger. It was 2 weeks. She was a block away from her house in an abductee's house, playing with baby dolls. Perfectly fine. It could happen. So, I pray for the best. Viv, especially if they know he's not scared of water, why the F would you leave him? This is something's off here. A Scottish lass, says Audrey H. Justice for Jane says, oh, Scottish lash, I'll come back to you, love. Justice for Jane says, I heard that she was taking care of someone when this happened. Is that true? If it's like that, where she went in to fix a knee brace and all this, a half hour, you can't take your eyes off these kids, right? I mean, even if she was. Scottish lass, hello, lovely. You said I would leave my puppy outside alone for 5 minutes, let alone a 2-year-old beautiful baby boy for 20 minutes. It's a total disgrace, and I love your channel. Thank you, love. Thank you. Hello, Phil Hessla. If he's in the river and it was in flood, he could be miles downstream, in my opinion. And you all know, I know from an absolute, true, real-life experience, they need to look further than 2 miles because this was moving. Hi, Deanne, love. Debbie says, praying Dane will be found. Amen. Ocean Deep says, this is neglect at best, in my opinion. Right. Joyful Dolphin, I agree. Never leave a baby unsupervised, period. Absolutely. Hey, Earth Angel Lovely. Deanna, I agree. What parent leaves a 2-year-old outside to play by himself? I'm just sick with this, you guys. That's why I came on early. I'm like, I'm going to throw up because this happened. And you know how it personally affects me. So I had to get out here and be like, okay, we've got to start watching our babies. Ocean Deep 24 says, I'm sticking up for sharks that they don't like humans. I pray you're right, Ocean Deep. Justice Jane says, that sounds like Summer's situation. And if you believe Candace. So sorry, you guys. Tammy Nugent says my grandson is 5. I would not turn my back on him in the yard, much less a raging water. Our family is praying for this beautiful boy. Thank you, love. Deanna says, I think that beautiful baby might have fell in the river. So sad. My biggest concern is that they focus all their energy in one direction when he could be, I'm just going to say, he could be a Quentin Simons. We don't know. He could be a Chloe Smith. We don't know. And if you're not familiar with Chloe Smith, she got saved. She was abducted by a stranger and taken a block away from her house. That was weird. But thank God she was saved. And I'm Chloe. My name is Chloe. They said, what's your name, little girl? She said, my name is Chloe. And that was a moment we all celebrated because it was unbelievable. So we can pray for hope. But then there's the Quentin Simon cases and the Evelyn Boswell and other cases that make us concerned. What if this child isn't in the river? What if that's where they're putting all their ducks in a row, but it's not in that row? So I'm just trying to get this out there in case he was abducted, that people look at this baby and don't assume anything. If you see this child, this could be the moment that saves him. Zaxxon, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. We have some Starlights. We have TC Radio for the Starlights. Thank you so much. And welcome our new Starlights, Carolyn, Nicola, Chaz, Numpty, and Lauren Lyon. Welcome all of you. That gift was from Zaxxon. Truly Amazing says hello to everybody. Hello, lovely. Thank you so much for gifting, Zaxxon. So, yeah, it does remind me a lot of Summer Wells. It's involving water. It's involving a very young child. It's involving the mother allegedly going into a trailer and leaving the child unattended. And here we sit by a major highway and a river in this case. At least in Summer's case, the pond, you had to drive to it. This case, it's a river right there. And yeah, Deanna's right. The parents said the baby loved water. Aw, thank you, Saxon. Yes, they have. Deanna says, why have they only did 2 miles of checking that river? It's a slow go, to be honest. It's down now compared to where it was, but it's still moving. It's ice cold. And if they go too quick, they might miss something. They have pulled off the volunteers, and they are seeming to be more focused in specific areas. But again, if this child was abducted, if they come up empty-handed in the river, I feel like I can't search the river, but I can sure get his face out there. And so even if my thumbnail is only seen by the likes of you and those that you share it with, at least it has the phone number of who to call. It says he's missing. It's got his picture. Everybody will get it. And it will have exposed him to a lot more territory while they're focusing on the river. Ocean Deep says babies have no idea how dangerous the water is and that you can drown in 2 inches. Don't you know? Babies naturally do not fear water because you're born in water. Your amniotic sac, you're breathing amniotic fluid. Well, you're breathing oxygen through that. And so naturally they have a drawn to it. And I can't understand how that's not an inborn fear in this situation, in my opinion. Truly amazing. This is sad. 30 minutes is a way too long. 1 minute alone is too long. 2-year-olds need to be watched at all times. I agree. Deanna says, my gut instinct tells me that baby walked near the water, went to grab a stick or something, accidentally fell in. I'm in tears. This is so sad. Okay. When my daughter was 2, exactly the same age, we were fishing. And the edge of the water was like big enough for my feet. And she was in between me and my husband, and we were about 4 feet between us so that at any time both of us could grab her. She was picking little daisies and flowers. Out of the blue, thank God she had a pair of overalls on. If you go fishing, always dress your toddlers in overalls and hook them to a leash. Just like your puppy, you love your puppy, you put a line on them. Here's why. She didn't just accidentally fall in. My little one bobbled her knees for a second and jumped to go into the water to play. My arm was instantaneous. I had her by the back of the overalls and was like, whoa! I'm like, I'm done fishing. That quick. Because babies will just go for it. Like Chelsea's little footprints, beelined directly, without hesitation, directly into the water. Like beelined directly into the water. They're attracted to water. The sound is soothing. You put water all over the face all the time when they get bathed. Why would they fear it? They're too little to know better. So, very sad situation. You're right, truly. Yeah. This is a tough one, you guys. This is a tough one. Taking food to a stick. Okay. Rachel says, take food to a sick relative is no excuse. That baby should have been with her. And I'm going to add on her hip. On her hip. On her hip. Nikki UK, a few months ago, we had a 6-year-old autistic child go in the water. His parents didn't know he was missing till they got home from him. Okay, what? His parents didn't know he was missing till they got him up for school. So sad. Then a month later, another child done the same. Oh my gosh. That's horrific. All right, my lovelies, I appreciate your time so much. Please get the video out there, or any missing picture you can see on the actual missing poster that I share there. It's got the county and it's got the phone number, everything. Let's get back over to this. Get that phone number out there, get his face out there, and let's get Dane found. Dane Paulsen, and he is from near the Portland, Oregon area. He is 2. We are on day 5. The number you would call for the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department would be 541-265-0777. Thank you. I greatly appreciate your help on this matter. Let's find him and bring him home. And in case he was abducted, let's get his face seen. That's how you can help. I love you so much. I pray for his safe return, and I pray for all of your wellness and the safekeeping of all your loved ones. And with that, my lovelies, let's go ahead and jump out of here. And I will see you again very soon. Hold on just a minute. Takes me like forever to figure out. I gotta get a button that just does this for me. I really do appreciate your help. Good to see you, Reserve Glitchin'. Hey, Phil Haslop. Thank you, Justice Jane and Saxon, too. I'm going to go ahead and get real small. I'm going to leave this very absolute gorgeous child's face on the screen. And again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping us get this boy seen. And I will see you again very, very soon.